Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Sacred Rose Tarot 1111. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. This helps grow the channel. Also, please remember that not all messages are going to resonate, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Today we have a message coming to us from Archangel Zachariel. And the first thing I notice on this card is there's a golden egg above his head, sort of like where maybe the soul star chakra would be. He also has very big blue, like turquoise wings. There's a very beautiful peacock here with beautiful feathers. There's also a rare white peacock here. I see what appears to be maybe 3 different peaks behind his head. He's holding some fire. And it seems like up here there's sort of like this bursting forth. See how it's kind of broken and there's like some ragged edges right there and some light shining forth. And it's card number 22 is the number of balance. So let's take a look and see what Zachariel's card is telling us today. His card comes to us from the Archangel Fire Oracle deck by Alexandra Wenman. And it says he is the angel of graceful surrender. The angel of surrender, Zachariel's name, means remembrance of God, and he asks us to remember that we do not have to carry our burdens alone. It is okay to ask for help when we need it. Sometimes life throws up situations or issues that we may find too difficult to cope with. We struggle to find answers or solutions, but can find none. And so it is often the case that we end up feeling helpless or like we have lost control. He tells us a problem shared is a problem halved. There is no shame in asking for help. In his card, Zachariel is portrayed as a Yazidi man, a member of an ancient spiritual minority group from Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, who have faced persecution and genocide. Like Sariel, Zachariel helps us surrender to the divine when we have nowhere else to turn. His message says the material aspect life is only temporary. Gently release any attachments to me. When you surrender, you open to receive that which is truly yours. This too shall pass. All right. It's a very powerful message indeed. All right, and let's see. Some ascended masters wanted to come out and help deliver the message. So we had Dwa Kul. He wanted to join us and remind us that Dharma is unfolding. And it says, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And Dharma is what happens after karma has been satisfied. And Dharma, I believe, means the right way of living. And then also Charity came out. I love her roses on her crown. There are 5 of them, which symbolizes change. And it's on her head. So I'm thinking there's maybe like a change in mindset. We're in need of a change in mindset. It says prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Okay, well that has a lot to do with surrendering, right? Let's see who else came out. Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Right away I see how bright her card is, very illuminated, and she's like shining like a star. And she has this sort of blue, I don't know if it's an amethyst or a sapphire rather, in the where the heart chakra would be. And there's like this big star in the middle. It says downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Interesting. So perhaps a lot of the surrendering and releasing anything in the mind and maintaining an attitude of prayer and contemplation has to do with these downloads and understanding and receiving these downloads as part of your Dharma unfolding. We'll have to see how this plays out. All right, so right in the middle, we have a card for Zachariel. This card comes to us from the Work Your Light, I think it's called. Let me pull it up real quick. Work Your Light. Is that Work Your Light? Yeah, Work Your Light Oracle Cards by Rebecca Campbell. And this particular card that came out right in the center of everything is a rose, which I love. And it says, the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And right away, this cracked open part makes me think of this that looks like an egg right on top of his head here, and how the ceiling's like burst open. It's like something may have cracked open up here. Interesting. All right, and let's see what it has to say, because it also looks like there's a path here and some pillars. All right. Let's see if I marked it. I did. Okay. It says here, the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open. No matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Work your light. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. Okay. So the cards, the tarot cards that came out to clarify this, the first one was Eight of Cups. So, and this is interesting because it talked about being, disappointed, or when you feel like you want to close your heart off, but you really need to keep it open. Things not working out the way you had planned, or maybe it seems harder than it should be, or it's just, not going well, right? That's kind of this whole energy. Eight of Cups really encompasses that. It talks about walking away from those things that are emotionally unfulfilling, that no longer serve you, charting a new course, a new path. And so this could be encouraging you do something different, as in, the cracking open. Sure, you can walk away from those things that no longer serve you. We don't want to stay in that. But while you're charting this new course, this new path, and you're doing something different, keep your heart open. Don't shut it. Don't keep it closed off. Okay? There is some sort of a tower moment. There's some sort of breaking, some sort of shocking revelation, some sort of unexpected turn of events that is going on. It either has happened recently, is happening at the present, or is going to happen potentially soon. And this is typically something that you can say is like a divine intervention type of thing. You see how these people are falling out of the tower? Their whole foundation is crackling and coming down. Sometimes this has to do with our perception of how our life is in the moment. And so being cracked open to me is really, with all of this other energy up here, these other ascended masters and everything so far that we've seen, I think there's some ideas maybe have been cracked open. Maybe something's not as it seems. It could be that there's this huge realization that is like of the earth-shattering kind, that is of the like rock your world kind of type of information. And just to kind of give you for instance, it could be like maybe you believed a certain religion, or you were brought up under a certain set of beliefs or something. And then at some point, perhaps, this is not speaking to everybody, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But perhaps there's something where you were enlightened and you're like, wow, it isn't that way. Or my belief is shaken to the core because I think it's really not this, it's that. Or it's some sort of other way the mindset There's some sort of changing of the mind, receiving clarity and charity by your prayer and contemplation, remaining in that mindful state. Also, you're getting downloads and understanding. So perhaps those downloads and understanding are like part of this. But I do think it's happening in the heart and the mind space, in the mind area. So there's a changing of the heart and the mind, because it really did talk about not closing off your heart. Okay. And part of this is also reminding you that you are successful. So whatever's happening is temporary. It doesn't last forever. And it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And overall, in the grand scheme of things, the King of Pentacles is somebody who has stability, and they have a solid foundation, and they have like multiple sources of income. They're like established, they're smart, they're resourceful, probably a business owner, somebody who you could probably rely on if they gave you advice. And so it's just a reminder I'm getting, that it's telling you, even though things are going to get shaken to the core, things are going to get torn down and built back up, keep your heart open. Don't close it off. Let this cracking open take place. Yes, you are moving away from things that no longer serve you with that Eight of Cups and everything. But in the end, you win. It makes you better. This whole situation is building you up and making you stronger, is what I'm getting. It's not meant to hurt you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay? Because you are going to be able to have moments to celebrate. Three of Cups is here. You are going to have reasons to celebrate. And this usually talks about big celebrations, with friends and family and loved ones. It could be family reunions. It could be graduations, weddings, very successful sort of successful type of celebrations. And and having the strength to, you're going to be celebrated for being the strong person that you are, and having the wherewithal to be able to move through the challenges. Keep your mind right, keep your eyes set on things above, things that are right and things that are going to have a positive outcome for you. And I think it's going to help people see you as a strong leader, see you as somebody who, keeps it together. 8 is the number on this card. It is Major Arcana. So it has, it's strong energy. 8 is also the number of abundance, and the infinity symbol is the 8 on its side. So this is not talking about just like a temporary thing for you. This is going to be sort of like I feel like I'm getting it's your new lifestyle, like your new way of living is a very successful one, but it happens or is happening at some point during this cracked open moment. Okay. And something is happening that is just and embodies the energy of justice, which is very logical. It's balanced. You see the scales in her hands. She's got the sword of truth. The sword of justice is what it's often referred to as. And whatever's happening is for your betterment, and it's not going to be like an unjust type of thing. It's not going to be seen as, oh, they didn't deserve what they got so much good stuff, how did that happen, they got lucky. No, it's something that you deserve. It's like it was something coming to you through all your hard work and everything that you've invested in yourself and your future. So good job. All right, so our next card we have was interesting when it came out. This is also from the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. And this card says no, just plain old no. So you may have some question you're asking yourself, or maybe you're like, do I need to do something? I need to take some kind of action. What is it I need to do? You're trying to kind of maybe figure it out. The answer is no. The answer, you're being told to wait, to postpone something, to pause, to say no. And there's a lot of lightning in here, and the lightning makes me think of the Tower card. So there's something happening in the moment right now where it's not going to be like we're just going to rush through this. We're going to pause. We're going to postpone some sort of decision or action, and we're going to ride out the storm. It's kind of what it makes me think of. But don't forget, even though in the middle of the storm, it's not always fun when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's clapping and feels like the house is shaking and you dang near get bounced out of your own bed in the middle of the night. What is it like the next morning? The air is crisp, it's clean, it's got this freshness about it, right? So even if there's some sort of storm, once the storm is past, when you ride it out, it's beautiful the next day or the next hour or whatever. Once the storm has ended, it's beautiful. The weather is beautiful. The temperature is usually beautiful. Everything around you is nice and pretty. Birds are chirping again. You know, everything's green and beautiful. Let's see if I marked this one here. One moment. I think it's the next one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So it says here, you're being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time, just to move forward. A potent, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now, just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive. For when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest, to take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, clarity will bloom, and you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. Work your light, say no, postpone or wait. So there could be some decision where you just sort of have to wait. You have to ponder it. You have to postpone it. The universe is giving this very clear no right now. That doesn't mean it's not an indefinite no. It's just a time to recharge. And that could also be the message coming with the lightning here as well. Charge, like it's charged up. Psh. So recharge. Maybe it's time for self-care. Maybe you need to reflect inward and, you know, do a little bit more listening to your body and see what your body's telling you it needs. The tarot cards that came out to clarify this card, the first one out was Six of Cups. Six of Cups often speaks of nostalgia. So this could also mean, not necessarily often, but it could also mean that perhaps this decision has to do with something from your past, a person from your past, a experience from your past, something that reminds you of your past. It could be people from your childhood. It could be memories from childhood, something that has to do with when you were younger, felt younger, nostalgia, that sort of thing. It could also be referring to, I'm getting a side message that for those of you that it resonates with in the recharge aspect of this, it could mean reconnect with your inner child. I'm also getting that. For your recharge and your take time for you and that inner reflection, maybe it's time to get back in touch with your inner child and even play. I'm hearing play and laugh and be like a kid again. So yeah, I mean, take that message however you want. But 6 is the number of harmony. So whatever it is, however this is, you're receiving it, do that, and you're going to reinstill harmony back into your situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Before we had the King of Pentacles, now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have both a divine pairing. So this could mean in relationship sense, the male and the female are of equal counterparts. They're doing equal work, and it's probably a divine union. And this Queen of Pentacles is a very maternal energy. If you're not coupled up or partnered up, don't worry, that's okay. You know, just take it as it resonates. If you're not coupled up, this just means that you could be embodying when you say no, when you take that time to recharge. If you take this as the, inner child message and to remember to play and be a kid again, it's a way to nurture yourself and mother yourself and restore yourself back to health, whether it's mental health, physical health, just, loving yourself, right? If this was the nostalgia from like the past, people from the past, those sort of things, in your waiting period, people will understand that you're, if you tell them, I have to think about it, I don't have an answer for you right now, whether it's some sort of person from the past or experience from the past, those sort of things, still take your time, because even though sometimes we feel like we have to rush, we don't. And so you can take your time. You can be, the pentacles, the earth signs are sort of like the slowest signs in the deck, slow in terms of they take their time. They want to think about it. They want to ponder it. They want to work on it, those kind of things. So however you need to do that is quite all right. And people are going to understand it. It's not going to be weird. You also have King of Cups. King of Cups tells me that in doing so, all of these things, you are taking care of your emotional body, your emotional center, and just loving yourself and taking care of your needs, your personal needs. The Hierophant here, this could talk about also involving like part of your spiritual ascension, your ascending process, your spiritual awakening. It could also mean that perhaps when it says no back here, you could be getting an offer that has to do something with religious institution, educational institution, even a matrimony. It could just mean like no in terms of, no, I can't say yes right now. I need to think about it. So postponing in something doesn't mean a forever no, right? So perhaps it's a timing thing. So let me give you an example for this. Let's say, for example, somebody asks you to marry them. You love them. Yes, I want to marry you, that kind of thing. But let's not get married right now. Let's get married in, 2 years or whatever, right? You're postponing it. So that could be like a proposal type of date situation. And of course, that's not going to be for everybody, right? So take it if it is, leave it if it's not. It could also mean that perhaps you're considering changing your religion, your religious preferences. Maybe you want to change your church. I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's it for a few of you out there. I'm not sure. But that could be, again, a postponed situation. Just wait on it, think about it, pray on it. Excuse me, I needed to get a drink. All right, so remain in prayer and contemplation for that. But it's not a forever no, right? It's just postponing it. It's, waiting. All right. It could be a forever no. It just, that's what you're going to have to work with. Contemplating, praying, and all of that. The stars here. So we have back-to-back major arcana cards. The star usually speaks about healing and aligning the chakras. There's a lot of balance and emotional balance, taking care of the emotional bodies. It could mean that you personally, like, let's say, for example, this one here, I'm getting that perhaps there is an incoming proposal of some kind. Not necessarily just marriage, but some sort of proposal. It could also mean like you want to maybe put a label on your relationship or something. Watch out, Stella. Watch out, baby. Watch out, excuse me. Thank you. She's trying to drink my water. Get out of my water. But it could mean, I'm trying to drink my water too, that perhaps somebody needs to do some healing work. Some healing work may need to be done before you say yes to this situation. And that could also mean this card here, the Hierophant, in terms of like your spiritual awakening, your spiritual ascension. Perhaps you're not done healing something that is going to help you make the best decision. So that postponement could also be speaking to that. Okay. And the last card for that pile is because you have a new beginning. You have a fun, awesome new beginning awaiting you. So once you do get that yes, that clear, without a doubt, yes from the universe, after you've gone within and you've waited and you postponed and you did your self-care and loved yourself and all of that stuff, then you're ready for your new beginning. And it's going to be beautiful. That's a lot of energy. That's like 1, 2, 3 major arcanas and 2 suits, 2 court cards. That's a lot of energy. Very powerful, very strong. All right. So let's see. Our next card is right down here. Okay. This card says, and this is from a different deck. This card says, card number 30, Spirit Guides, looking for signs, philosophical discussion, supervision. 3. 3 is a number, it's a very auspicious number, which means it's good. It talks about collaboration, partnerships, can sometimes be referred to as the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. So let's see what your spirit guides have to say in this one. And let's see, I believe this card is coming to us from the light. Oh yeah. The Sacred Light Oracle, Ascension Cards for the Spiritual Seeker by Anna Stark. It says here, before your earthly birth, your soul discusses with the spiritual hierarchy your soul's path, karmic lessons, specific details, and other souls you would like to write into your human story. Once you have passed this plan to the hierarchy, it is approved and sealed for your earthly descension. It is here that your soul's spiritual guides are chosen to guide you through life. A spiritual guide is assigned at birth, and as you grow, new guides step forward to assist you in specific tasks. Transformations, passions, and awakenings. From animals to angelic guides, ascended masters to religious figures, you will be made aware of these deep connections through synchronicities, signs, vision quests, and serendipity or serendipitous moments. The father of Taoism, Master Lao Tzu, instructs that in order to become who you desire to be, your intelligent mind must expand to reach a stage of personal and spiritual freedom. Reduce argumentative discussion and increase inclusivity by philosophical action. Change is growth, an inevitable task of life that often feels uncomfortable. Ancient Ascension Master Lao Tzu, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right, brings surprises and changing plans, asking you to listen more and speak less, but with deeper meaning. Disconnect from excessive drama. A new guide steps forward now to supervise your earthly quest for soul experience. To be open to these experiences, silence your mind and connect through meditative practice. It says here, make peace with the past. Overcome the fear within you. Calmness is key. Ascension Master Lao Tzu. All right, so you're getting a new spirit guide. That's awesome. And congratulations. Stella kind of walked over here and knocked everything down. And it's funny that she walked right across as I was telling you that you're getting a new spirit guide. So maybe she's one of mine. Are you, Stella? It's funny, too, that she's usually the only one that gets up here. The only cat that wants to see what I'm doing is interested. All right, so you get a new spirit guide. Congratulations, that's awesome. Perhaps this has something to do with these new downloads and understanding, so that's great. It looks like you're going to be traveling soon. You may have some upcoming travel plans. It looks like you're making a decision, and you are holding the world in your hand. This could mean that your new spirit guide is helping you to make a decision. They're going to help you and guide you for this part of your journey, this leg of your journey as has resulted in you getting a new spirit guide. And this can also be as part of this new ascension. We talked about there's some sort of spiritual ascension happening, continued soul growth. Now you're ready for that next stage. So that's awesome. And the Knight of Cups speaks of emotional balance, also emotional offer, being suited up, protected. You may have some new, fresh ideas. These could be new ideas that are centered around the heart space. They could be emotional in nature, like perhaps ways to help people express their feelings to others, or you're getting more in touch with your own feelings and being able to express your emotions better. So that's good. Take it as it resonates. And we have the Sword of Truth. That's the truth. The Sword of Truth is just everything that's honest and real and raw and true and is fresh. It also signifies new beginnings. So you could be taking on this new leg of journey, this new, part of your journey, your spiritual journey in your life that's going to be new and awe-inspiring, and there's going to be some emotional balance and a lot of truth. So, and it's right under the Sword of Justice with the justice right there. So this is a just endeavor. And it could be that because we had the Six of Cups back here, that perhaps in the past you felt wronged in some way. And this is kind of sort of like you're being able to revisit that to some degree. I'm not exactly sure what, but now that you're being able to revisit it, it's different in your mind. You're looking at it from a different perspective. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the Hanged Man show up. But whatever happens now, you're seeing that justice is being done. Justice is now charting a new course in your life. All right, and we have another Fool. So you have new beginnings. And whenever we start seeing repeating cards, it's like the universe is saying, look, this is, confirmation. So you've got some sort of a new beginning coming on the way. You're embodying Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands is somebody who is very attractive, very magnetic, someone who speaks their mind. They're intuitive. You see the black cat here. Also, they embody fire energy. You may have some fire signs in your chart, highly aspected. Leo, Aries, or Sag. She's also got her eyes on the prize. See how she's very focused? She's sort of looking to the side. And the Queen of Wands is not somebody who will come down off her throne. If you're going to approach her, you're basically going to come correct. So people are going to recognize your strength and resilience, and they're going to maybe treat you a little bit differently. We have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can speak of deceit, trickery, stealing, taking away power from your enemy. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, this guy snuck into the enemy's camp and took away 5 of their 7 swords. So he made the enemy weaker by taking away their power. So for some reason, I'm getting that perhaps in the past, because that Six of Cups, I don't know why it's really present. It's a really, I guess, a big part of this message. But something happened in the past that has been turned around, and now you're being seated in the place of justice, and the Sword of Truth came right under it. And so something happened in the past where maybe you felt weaker, or you felt your opponent was stronger, or you didn't realize that you snuck in and strategically took the swords away from your opponent, but now you recognize your place and the tables have turned. So justice is yours and your enemy is not as strong as they think. That's interesting. That sounds like a very special and specific message, so take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. We also have Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands speaks of new passionate beginnings with fruitful outcomes, very energetic, very inspired. I'm seeing a lot of growth. I'm getting a lot of growth here. Could be something to do with gardening, using your hands, helping the earth in some way, whether it's planting trees or maybe growing your own vegetables. I don't know, but I'm sort of getting this like very earthy when this is a fire sign. So, take it as it resonates. We also have Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands usually speaks of standing up for yourself, sometimes even when maybe it's not a popular opinion, but you stand firm for what you believe. And I'm getting that with these new ideas, you may have to defend your ideas and say, maybe you'll share your idea with them and they'll be like, oh, well, why don't you do this? Well, so-and-so did this and so did that. And somebody already tried that. But you know what? Defend it, because your idea is your idea and this is divinely inspired. So you don't have to prove anything to anyone, right? So if you feel like you need to defend your idea, do it. We have another star. So we have 2 stars out here. So there's a lot of healing going on. And balance. And we talked about balancing the chakras. Okay. You may have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart. Also the age of Aquarius. So I'm getting here that you might have to defend your ideas, but keep in mind, you're doing so in a manner that's conducive with the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is going to be a 20-year cycle. And as far as my knowledge, it could be something else, but from what I know, it's a 20-year cycle that just started, and we just ended the age of Pisces. So Piscean energy would be like all of this spiritual awakenings happening, right? People waking up, people becoming aware of the illusions, the, Wizard of Oz, the guy behind the curtain kind of thing. But immediately following Pisces, the era of Pisces, when everybody starts to awaken, is the age of Aquarius. And age of Aquarius is when we start to understand new technologies, new inventions. We further our evolution as a human species. And so I'm not talking about like growing extra arms or anything. I'm talking about mostly in the realm of technology and health and sciences and things like that. So like expanding our people, becoming a more evolved species, maybe doing different sort of laser surgery or something. I don't know. That just came to mind. It was kind of strange, but the age of Aquarius. So your idea is in line with the age of Aquarius is what I'm getting. So it has to do with evolving and something that's new and different and exciting. And probably those people that you're defending against don't even have any clue what that is. So don't worry about it. I'm getting that you can defend all you want, but in the end, you're going to do what you want to do anyway, right? So here we have the next card. Pillar of Light. That's beautiful. I love that. Wow. Look at these colors. It's amazing. Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Beautiful. Okay. This comes to us from the Work Your Light Oracle Guide book by Rebecca Campbell. And it says here, you are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Linking the higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. You are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all of the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart. In every cell of your body, do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. Work your light activation. Hold the card on your heart and say, I allow the light of the heavens and the light of the earth to flow through me now. I activate the codes of remembering within my cells and chakras. I activate my system as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. Okay. Wow, that's pretty amazing. And you know what that brings me back to? It makes me think of when we talked about maybe something sort of shook us up a little bit. Something was shocking, like we've always been taught. I mean, most Western religions teach that God is outside of us. God is some man in the sky we pray to, those kind of things. We want to keep God happy. We want to pray to God, ask him for what we need, those kind of things, right? And not everybody, so take it as it resonates. But there was something very clearly coming through earlier, that there was some sort of shift where we kind of had this realization that maybe it doesn't work that way. So this card coming out really just clarified that. God is not outside of us. God is inside of us. God is in us. And this could be part, because we see this very bright light, and Lady Venus is very illuminated. This could be part of this new downloading understanding after a period of meditating, prayer, and contemplation, and changing our mindset. Interesting. And then surrendering through the help of Zachariel. And this expansion being cracked open, like, whoa, this was a big deal. We've thought it was one way all of our life, and now we realize it's something different. So that was a big moment. There's a tower moment that happened. Interesting. Okay, let's see what cards come out for this one. First card out is the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine. She embodies all the energy of all the queens. Balanced logical thought, balanced emotional thought. She is the epitome of femininity. She is in receiving mode. She's very magnetic. She draws into her what she desires. She receives. And you have here the symbol of Venus, and Lady Venus is here. So there's very much something to do with that. You may have some Venusian ancestry, or somehow you're linked to Venus. You may also have Taurus or Libra highly aspected in your chart. Okay, beautiful. Love the Empress. And we also have Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles speaks of being fortunate to be blessed with having plenty to give around. You have extra to give to others. All of your needs are met, and you can give to others willingly. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the man here is seen in his nice, finely robed clothing. He's probably like, I don't know, royal or something. And here we have these like beggars, and he's being generous, and he's just kind of giving them money. Like, here you go, guys, And he's holding the scales. So the scales have come out quite a bit in this reading. So it is balanced and just for you to have enough to give to others. So and this may be very specific for whoever, but I'm getting, don't feel bad when you're blessed and you have abundance. Because here we have the Empress, the embodiment of abundance, right? She's in receiving mode. So maybe you're receiving a lot of abundance, and perhaps maybe you have some sort of distorted early thought process or pattern, or maybe you were raised to think money was bad or money was wrong or something to that effect. So don't let that stop you. Be thankful. It is just that you are blessed. It is just that you find yourself in this position where you have finer things and where you are able to give to others. And it's making you happy to do so. Because you notice he's like looking at this person. He's like, I see you. Here you go. I'm recognizing you. I'm taking the time to make eye contact with you. I'm not just like throwing money, dropping it in your little cup and walking off like you're some inconvenience and you're bothering me. No, this person's, they're enjoying being able to share their wealth and give to others that are less fortunate. Okay. And 6 is a number of harmony, so this is being in harmony. And it's interesting because these pentacles are not evened out like 3 and 3. It's sort of like uneven, but it is still the number of balance, and we have balance right there. And we have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups speaks of divine love. It's the biggest cup of love in the deck. Emotional fulfillment, overflowing emotional satisfaction, being loved, being able to give love to others, receiving love from a genuine place. I'm not getting this like kind of like boyfriend-girlfriend type of love from this. I'm getting this like very deep love. Like, I love you as a human. You're a beautiful human. I love you as a human. I love you as a part of my soul, as a part of like a deep place within me. I love you from my core because you satisfy something in me. My soul knows your soul. So there could be some sort of soul connection. But it's very deep and it's beautiful and it's divine. We have the Hermit. So the Hermit here, it speaks of going within, reflecting on your self-work, your ascension, your awakening process, understanding. It could mean you're studying some of the deeper things to help you evolve and continue to ascend. It could also mean that you're ready to take on, like you're ready to mentor somebody. Maybe somebody's asking you questions and you're going to help guide them, like on a one-on-one, very closely sort of thing. You could be related to this person or just know them very well for a long time. They look up to you. I'm getting they look up to you with that. We also have Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands speaks of it's called the Wounded Warrior. So it's somebody who has done a lot of battling and they're sort of a little bit beat up. You see he's got his head wrapped up, right? 9 is the number of having everything you need. So it's like your needs are met, everything's been completed and finished up and fulfilled, right? Fulfillment. So you don't need to fight anymore. Whatever battle has been done, whatever sort of, whether it was legal battles, whether it was emotional struggles, whether it was even health related, something you had to kind of like trudge your way through. And maybe sometimes I felt like you had to defend yourself, or maybe you had to like fight your way out of it or something. Maybe sometimes felt a little overwhelmed. This is telling you that has been fulfilled and you no longer have to do that. So the fighting is done. There's no more fighting. You can put your swords, or you can put your rods down, your sticks down. Queen of Cups is here. We also had King of Cups earlier. So we've had two different divine unions out here, two divine suits of royalty, Queen and King of Pentacles, and now we have Queen and King of Cups. This tells me that if you are in a relationship, you are both now equally yoked. Something happened, being that there's been 2 stars out here healing. Something has happened where you've both worked on your ascension, you've worked on elevating your spirituality, your spiritual life, and you are now both emotionally balanced and can give and receive love reciprocated fully to one another, okay? Each other and one another. I'm also getting that if you are not coupled up, which is totally fine, right? Then your masculine and feminine within you is balanced, emotionally balanced. And then with the 2 King and Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting that you're both on the same level. If you're in a couple, if you're paired up in terms of a masculine and a feminine, paired up, you're both equally yoked. It's not like one person makes a ton of money and the other person only makes a little bit of money. And then one person maybe feels inferior. Maybe one person feels like they're not contributing. And so they kind of have like stress and stuff. That's okay. You don't have to worry about that because you're both equally yoked now. So perhaps this means that somebody's getting a raise. I'm getting, okay. But this also, with this new idea, this new things coming along, this could also be the start of a new business venture. And I'm getting that it's going to be very successful. It changes the dynamic and helps balance out the masculine and feminine for the individuals that are doing this. And if it's a couples, you might have a couples-based business that you're considering a venture with, and it's going to be successful. Okay. And the world is here, so that means you're starting a new cycle. Very cool. That is one of the best cards to get. Very cool. All right, so we have here, this is a deck here, a stack of cards. I asked Zachariel, is there anything else after these messages came out? Is there anything else you want the viewer to know for their best and highest good? And so right off the bat, we get Page of Pentacles, which is basically a sign of good luck and good fortune, and somebody who's put in a lot of work, and they're proud of this idea, this art, this whatever they've created, and it's time to share it. And it came, after the World card, and when I asked, is there anything else you want people to know? So once you've done the surrender, once you've been cracked open, once you've went through the no, you did the pause, you did the postpone, you healed yourself, you went within, you did self-care, now you're ready to move forward. Once you receive that indication from the universe that you're ready to move forward, you know that it's good. You have a sign of good luck here. And the Hanged Man is here. So you've done a lot of pondering. You've done a lot of perspectives. You've gained new perspective. You've taken all the time you needed to gain perspective, which means that you did the postpone. You successfully did that. So once you're ready for it, because you could be in the process of it right now, but once you're ready for it, once you've moved through that moment, it'll be good, okay? And we have another Three of Cups. So celebrations are they're coming up. You're going to be doing some celebrating here really soon. And we have another Fool, the third Fool here. So there's new beginnings happening. That's just further clarified here. So some sort of new beginning is very good for you, and it's going to be awesome. I think I asked Wakul next if he had any additional messages for us. And his cards came out to say, Five of Swords, there's no fighting necessary, so you can put your swords down. So you've basically, since his card tells us we've already completed karma and now we're living dharma, which is the right way of living, put your swords down. There's no fighting necessary. No arguing, no looking into the past, no, I need to defeat this guy or that guy or whatever. No, that's all done. And next we have Three of Wands. Three of Wands speaks of getting ready to go on a journey. So the next leg of your future is beginning, and that has to do with your right way of living because you've completed some karma. You've satisfied something karma related, could also be ancestral karma. We have another King of Cups, so further clarifying that. We have a Knight of Cups also, so we also have more emotional balance, more emotionally guided decisions, but these are tempered because we have the Temperance Angel here. These are tempered and balanced with patience, and so your emotions aren't running your life, your emotions aren't running wild, your emotions aren't out of control, so to speak. They're balanced, and you're a more patient person as a result. And in the end, it's time for you to have fun and celebrate your life and have a wonderful life and live the life of your dreams, because the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck, is here. So thank you, Dwal for that, right? It's a great information, great encouraging message. Let's see what Charity, I asked Charity what she had to tell us, any final messages. And she said, you're getting ready to go on this next journey. So everybody's talking about this next journey. You have some sort of big thing that you've completed. So the next leg of your journey in this incarnation is getting ready to start. And remember, you've got a new spirit guide on your side that has come to help you with that. We also had the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel has turned, and now good things are on the way to you. And we have here some additional new ideas, new energy, new focus, new plans, and it's clear she's giving you the sign to take action and move forward on those. Finally, I asked Lady Venus if she has any final messages for us today. And she came out with the Empress. And it was so funny because we've had the Empress twice and we had the Venus sign. So she's like, yes, I'm here. Hello. So she's reminding us of the Divine Feminine energy. Embrace your Divine Feminine energy. Stay in the mode of receiving because good things are coming to you. The universe sees the work you've put into everything. The universe sees and knows how hard it is when you have been cracked open to remain positive, to remain loving, and keep your heart open anyway, despite when you want to close it off. Because that is love. Look at that. Lady Venus. Venus is the planet of love. The Empress is the embodiment of the Divine Feminine of love. And the lovers are here. If you are coupled up, you are both equally yoked, and this is a very divine connection. If you are not coupled up, you are balanced. You're balancing your feminine and your masculine energies. So stay in receiving mode. You no longer have to have any type of stress, worry, having anxiety, nightmares, sleepless nights. Those days are over. In the love department, you'd no longer have to worry about Seven of Cups, which is illusions, disillusionment. Sometimes people refer to it as having options, but I like to say they're fake options because it's all this cloudy, smoky stuff over here, right? So it's distorting the view, not being able to see something for truly what it is. So you don't have to worry about that anymore because you're moving forward. You ascended to a point where once all of this has happened and taken place, you will be ready to move forward. And you will know when this happens because the Chariot is, he's not driving with reins. He's not telling the cart where to go. His crown chakra is lit up and his heart chakra is lit up. He's got a lot of stars and moons here. Those are signs of intuition. So he's moving intuitively. He's waiting for the universe to guide him, to guide his chariot where it needs to go. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you found this message helpful. I hope it offered encouragement, guidance, clarity, and I hope that it was for your best and highest good. Please remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you again for watching. Love and light. Take care.